exactly is the power system going to be like, Griffin?
I'm so glad you asked that. Totally not me-shaped hand.
So my entire power system scales around these things I like to call aethermorphs, and essentially they are these microorganisms that convert energy, different forms of energy such as chemical, thermal, nuclear, and converts it into biochemical energy like ATP, and then stores this later on like a living battery, which is then later on converted into other forms of energy. And again, this can be any form of energy that is theoretical. And it uses a portion of this converted energy to self-replicate via what I like to call the master replication protocol, also known as MRP, which is basically encoded into the organism's unique genetic structure. And this protocol dictates which energy conversion pathway should be prioritized by the surrounding environment and conditions that are present. And so the organism's simple structure has a replicator unit, a specialized cell organ that acts as like a blueprint and construction factory, and the replicator unit is powered by various energy conversions that go through the aethermorph. And so the baseline structure of each individual aethermorph can vary as long as it is in the shape range of a truncated cube. And on top of the actual size of the organism can vary as well. And essentially what a truncated cube is when the corners of a cube are beveled inwards on a single surface, so it can create different forms, as you can see in this photo here. And the internal structure of the aethermorph is also very cool because it has these blue-hued organelles that act like chloroplasts that I like to call protoplasts, and they can absorb a wide spectrum of electromagnetic radiation that can be anything from radio waves to gamma rays, and converts it into a high-energy biochemical bonds. And on top of that, the cell membrane itself is this hard protective layer that acts as a piezoelectric disc, which will convert physical movement and generate electricity that is then converted into these biochemical bonds as well. And this membrane also has small pores along the outside that have biological thermogenerators, which host the ability to convert temperature gradients into this biochemical energy as well. And so while I say these biochemical bonds are like ATP, they aren't exactly, but they are instead a form of stabilized and condensed potential energy that's stored in the form of a exotic molecule that exists in a state of quantum superposition. And the aethermorph has a specialized organelle that can collapse this superposition, releasing it into the desired outcome of energy, with different forms of aethermorphs specializing in a different form of energy conversion pathways. And the same goes for the master replication protocol. And so the MRP isn't just like a genetic code, but is a quantum series that is woven into the core of the aethermorph. And it uses it to sense the surrounding environment and doesn't just do it by chemical means, but reads the baseline vibrational state of its local reality. And when it does this, it checks for the probability waves of nearby matter of its environment and the flow of the energy in its surroundings. And based off this complex data, it instinctively adjusts the replication's blueprints to create an offspring perfectly suited for its surrounding environment. This blueprint will basically change the energy collecting structure, size, and efficiency for each organism, even if it is specialized in one area. And any aethermorph variant can replicate into other variants with the MRP to suit their needs.
And keep in mind, that's just the cell. They create these giant colonies that create these crystals called nova crystals, and they can control just simple things or even space-time, which is one of the key points of the game too. And if you see any of my concept art that has crystals, that's what they are. They're nova crystals, and that's what they're made up of. If you made this far, please hit a follow to help with the progress of this game. Feel free to ask some questions in the comments. I love lore dumping, and if you haven't already, join the Discord up in my bio somewhere. I post updates on that there, as well as do some other things besides just work on this.